most students find the partnership question the easiest. After that, we've got capital gains tax, corporation tax, and VAT. And that will be it. That will be it. But for now, I want us to focus on the TCT because the marks carries 50% of the assessment for 1 year. So if you do well with the TCT, it sort of helps you so much. With the exam, you just need to keep up the momentum and then get an A or A+. There's no reason why anybody should fail this. It's 11:20. Let's just go through together what you've done so far. Question 1 should have been like this. The first two are taxable. Income from individual savings account, plus income from an ISA account, interest from an ISA account. So make sure that you don't get confused. Sometimes it's written out in full individual savings account, sometimes just income from an ISA. It's exactly the same thing, don't be misled at all. It's exempt. The dividends received from Tesco, £500. In the last class, somebody said, but dividend, the first £500 is normally zero. And I said, yes, that's true. But when you get a question like this, where it says shares from Tesco, £500, we don't know what other dividends this person has received from other companies I've invested in. If we're told this is the only income, only dividends has received for this year, the dividend allowance is £500, so that would be non-taxable. But if it's from an individual company, when the question is put like that, it's definitely taxable. The dividends is taxable. Yeah, focus on it. Any money one from is exempt from tax. It's exempt from tax. Salary from a part-time job. I hope nobody got. What did you get? Salary from a part-time job. Taxable. Oh, good. Yeah. Good.
Sir,
Yeah.
the last one.
Right.
The caravan. Isn't there an allowance for it, like £1,000?
Why?
That's all there was.
No. There are some questions, not from an individual income from renting a houseboat or fixed caravan. If
Not for individual, but for businesses maybe. I don't know.
No, I'm not aware of that. I'm not aware of that at all. Houseboats, there are some people that have got houseboats, and if you rent out, you receive income. It is taxable in the way as letting income. Yeah. So I've seen 7 marks, and if you got one wrong, that's not too bad at all. You can just proceed. If you want to hang on too much, if you got one wrong, it's not the end of the world. The key is to make sure that you answer all the questions, because some of the questions are very easy. You don't want to just go halfway and leave out so many questions unanswered, because you have missed opportunity, because the very easy parts in any of the questions that you are provided with. So make sure that you attempt all the questions. Question 2, donation to the Liberal Party. Any political donations are not allowed. How did you do with this one, Ryan?
Mm-hmm.
You know the general provision. What do you do? It's allowed or not?
Mm-hmm.
What was your answer? Am I putting you on the spot?
For the third one, right? Oh, the second.
Yeah, the second one, yes. What do you put down?
Not allowed.
You listen to
Hmm?
I said you listen to her? Yeah.
I'm not doing this.
You know, bad debts are a normal expense of running a business. Quite a lot of trade is done on credit. So if you lend, you sell goods on credit to somebody, is on good faith, and they don't pay you, they run into financial difficulties, they don't pay you, that's allowed as an expense. That's allowed as an expense. And as a business person, you sell things on credit, you know that some of them will be bad debts. So you are entitled to make a provision of bad debts. Now, if you identify, say, yeah, I've sold £100 worth of stuff to these customers, and you go through the list and say, yeah, I've heard bad things about this customer, I don't think I'll be able to get this. So it's a specific provision, so I'll make a provision for this. That's a specific provision. So if you go through the list and say, yeah, this one probably is doubtful, this is doubtful, and you make a provision for those, that's called specific provision, and that's allowed. And then you say, I've got 100 customers, but I've looked closely at 50, but for the others, that's much smaller. I'll just make a general provision that I'll not get 50% of what they owe me. That's a general provision. General provision is not allowed as an expense, but specific provision is allowed. Okay, so here, the general provision part, that's what I've said is not allowed. Accountants fees, allowed. And as I said, accountants tend to be consulted quite a lot by parliamentarians when they're drafting this legislation, so you can make sure that you can be assured that they would have made sure that the NF fees paid to accountants are allowed. You know, the ICW members are very much involved, consulted in preparing some of the legislation surrounding this. Yes, rent paid to owners of the building. Obviously, if you're renting this building, you're allowed to have expenses. Amount paid to Sharon. Yeah, this one, is that correct? Is that in the right column? I've said not allowed.
Yeah.
Why?
She's paying herself. Is it the fifth one?
Yeah, the fifth one, yes.
Yeah. It's not allowed.
So if you're running a business, you aren't supposed to get any wages?
Because you do the other one. How do you call it?
I don't know. Yeah. The owner of the business cannot claim a salary. They can claim a salary, but that salary will not be recognized as an expense. Yeah. An employee, if they employ a daughter, a husband, or wife, that's allowed. But the owner of the business, not allowed. Yeah. It's the same thing with partnerships. And the salaries that partners get are not allowed. I was saying one, wages paid to our son for helping with customers at the weekends. Yeah, that's allowed. That's allowed. Yeah. Speaking fine. But if it was incurred by one of our employees, it would be allowed, yes. Yeah.
Has she not just changed it?
No, that'd be cheating.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
How would they know?
Huh?
How would they
It's not a matter of how they know. Your conscience will not be.
I haven't got one.
That's very worrying. That's very worrying. I wouldn't declare that in public like this.
I haven't got one. You can take my money. I haven't got questions. So.
That's fresh.
Yes.
No, you don't have to start now. You don't have to start now. Mhm. This is for your benefit, not mine. You know?
I was actually, you can ask me.
Okay, I'll ask you a question.
Never mind.
I genuinely want to do well, because historically, you know, students have done very well in this module. You know, have a very good session. Hello.
Yes,
How are you doing?
hi. I'm okay.
So you've been influenced by him?
What?
Huh?
What do you mean?
What is it?
This is ChatGPT. It's helping me.
Oh, right, okay. I thought you.
But I'm in charge of it. I actually know. I know it's not tax, but still.
Yeah.
I don't think I can start the thing until I finish. I don't think I can start doing the mocks until I finish like chapter 8 at least, because I've just been writing them. So I gotta finish it first.
You're writing 4 notes.
Yeah.
Good one.
No, because I actually have all my notes here as well. 1 second. This was the notes, but I just realized I can't really learn properly from the PDFs and from writing them.
Okay.
Because I have quite a lot of here.
You do. I can see.
Yeah, but then
Sir, if I'm not wrong, I think that our midterm, it's literally full of all of part 1, right?
Sorry?
Textbook.
Eh?
But I mean, like, if I'm not wrong, I think for our midterm, it's practically speaking all of part 1 from the textbook.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
No, not all of it. Not all of it.
Almost.
And you think that's too much?
Honestly.
Hmm?
I don't know, you really see, like, if you were to use the Pearson textbook over here, it doesn't seem like much, but
Yeah.
I'm not using this anymore, so I actually took the physical
I
copy.
use the ACCA textbook.
Okay.
I also watched some YouTube where they also explain the ACCA tax. It's very
SCCA,
similar.
what do you mean SCCA
They
tax?
also have like tax module.
Yes.
Yeah.
SCCA, ICW, all of them put modules on top.
Yeah.
And it's the same tax that we're studying
I'm
here.
learning from YouTube now.
Have you?
Yeah.
You mean the notes are not sufficient?
It's I need someone to like actively speak into me, so I could just re-listen. I think that's just who I am as a student. I like to listen
Right.
while looking at stuff.
Okay.
I just have to, I've already, like, in my notes I finished with chapter 7, but now I have to read through them because I'm not really happy with these ones, so I've been using the textbook.
Okay.
So I like, not this textbook, but then, I mean, sorry, not the e-textbook, I borrowed the actual physical
From the
copy.
library.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
I find that easier to comprehend.
Okay.
So now I'm just reading all my notes from there, so it might take me a while to actually like, start doing these properly. So I'm not just wasting my time.
Okay. Because you know that it will come the 28th.
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully I should be done in like
Yeah.
4 days.
Yeah. But because it's me who's going to set these exams, who will set these exams, and I've set them for the last so many years. If I were you, I would also look at the materials that I give you.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the questions, but I'm still not sure. Like I know a few of the answers, and others I'm a bit.
Okay.
So I feel like I should just get a good grasp first of how everything works.
Okay.
Hopefully 3 days more, and I should be done with it. So let's hope. By Friday.
Okay.
Let's hope.
Yeah. What we're doing now will be revision, hoping that they will and come to school. So you gonna be ready? Number 6?
This is teaching.
Okay. Probably that so let me close up, yes. Question 3. I hope everybody got this correct. Gain salary, bank interest received on bank savings account.
Why is the fourth one an
How did you get? What did you say?
I put it as income.
Yeah, it's income here as well.
Non-savings income.
Non-savings income.
No, the compensation received.
Oh, following an accident.
Yeah.
Right.
Why is that an example?
Yeah, if you're involved in an accident, it will be very unfair, and the pay compensation will be very unfair for you to be taxed on the compensation. Yeah. Yeah. So any compensation that you receive when it's an accident is exempt. I thought you were asking about this one, dividends from the real estate investment trust.
You said it last week.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, good. And interest from an ISA. Yeah. What about this one?
8 years.
Everybody got this one? Sammy? Okay, good. Number 5.
D.
Okay. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5. Oh, you're going through the book.
No, it's
You
fine.
haven't
I'll try. 6 year resolution, item 45% first year allowance.
Okay.
Explanation plan. 1 second. I think it's all of the above because electric vehicles and zero emission cars. I don't think it's only C. I think it's all of the above.
Okay.
I think so. I'm not sure though.
What do you think about this? Oh, you sure? Why? Yeah, the answer is definitely D, is all of them, with the focus on reducing emissions that destroy the environment. You know, the government try to encourage businesses to adopt policies that make sure that the emissions in the atmosphere are minimized. So buying equipment to allow vehicles to be electric charges, that's part of that drive. So expenditure on electric motor vehicles, charging points, expenditure transmission use for refueling gas, so on and so on. That's also, that's 100%. That's allowed. Zero emission cars, the taxation of zero emission cars again is very favorable. So yeah, it's all of the above, all the above. Number 6, that's what you're asking for? Huh? I've said that if your income is 100,000 pounds or less, then you get the full personal allowance of 12,570. But if it exceeds 100,000, the personal allowance reduces. It reduces by £1 for every £2 above 100,000. Okay, so in any question, you look at the total income, somebody's total income. If it's above £100,000, you say by how much is it up by? So that's what I've done. I said it's up by 22,400. So it reduces by £1 for every £2 above 100,000. So the easiest thing is to say 11,22,400 divided by 2, it reduces by 11,200. So the personal allowance reduces from 12,570 minus 11,200, so you are left with just 1,370. Above 125,170, the personal allowance reduces to naught.
So above 100K.
The personal allowance reduces.
By half, right?
Yeah, like that one.
For every £2 above
Yeah.
100,
£1 reduced.
£1 reduction. So that's why you said you whatever figure above 100,000 minus 100,000 divided by 2, that's the figure that the personal allowance has reduced by. That's what I've done.
11,200, yeah.
Is 2,400 above 100,000. If you divide that by 2,
11,000.
11,200. So the personal allowance has reduced by 11,200. That leaves only 12,570 minus 11,200 leaves only 1,370.
George, could you move away, please?
No. Have you seen? I said above 1.5, 140. The personal allowance is 1270 times 2, it gives you 25,140. 25,140. So that's why I say that above 125,140, the personal allowance reduces to 0. You don't look happy. So the key thing is that if you find that this figure is above 100,000, then you know that the personal allowance will not be 12,570. You need to do a simple calculation. It reduces by £1 for every £2 above 100,000. So you simply divide by 2 and then minus 12,570 will tell you what is left of the allowance. Is everybody clear about this? Because in the exam, something you, if you're looking at the taxpayer and you're trying to work out the personal allowance, you may need to adjust the personal allowance that you're going to deduct from there. If it's above 100,000, make sure that you remember this particular points and to reduce your personal allowance accordingly. If the income is 125, 140 and above, then you know that the personal allowance is 0. You don't have to do any calculations at all. Yeah.
So why did we have to divide the 22,400 by 2? Because it goes up by 1 £2. I didn't get that.
For every £2 above 100,000, the personal allowance reduces by £1.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
why are you now reducing it from the personal allowance? Why are you reducing it from the personal allowance?
Yeah, so we've now just worked out that the reduction is 11,200.
Yeah.
So the personal allowance is 4,000. So we deduct.
To get the
That's left for the personal allowance.
So the personal allowance is 1,300
Yes.
for that amount she gets.
Yes. Yeah. If it was 125, 140, then that would be zero.
Because it's above the threshold.
No, 125, 140 is exactly the threshold.
So
It would be zero.
it will be zero.
Yeah. Anything above that.
So 125, 139, you calculate it. Do this.
No, we will take a question like that.
Now, let me just ask, I don't just, you know, lecturers will say, oh, it'll be easy in the exams, and then they give you difficult questions. I don't trust teachers.
Thanks very much. Have you seen it in terms of the mark allocation? That you get a mark for each thing in grade writing. This particular bit is got more weight of 1.5.
I got my answer wrong.
Have you seen question 7?
Yeah.
You've done it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did the way I wrote it one this time, but my answer is C.
Well, that's a C.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that for personal tax, that for dividends, and this for savings. So if you add them together, it's C.
Is dividend 2,000? That's the amount? 2,000? It used to be.
22, 20. Yeah,
Oh,
but
oh,
the
okay,
question
okay,
says
okay,
22.
okay.
Judge,
Okay.
listen, if you confuse me here, because my head is full.
Sorry?
My head is full of stuff.
Yeah, I'm just.
This is worth only 2 marks, so you shouldn't spend too much time on this, but what have you got? You've done this? Huh?
Oh, 1 second. Total tax-free amount.
What is the total tax-free amount? What's the total tax? So it's things like,
12.
so what do you think we're talking about here? What's the tax-free amount? The personal allowance, I think, for example, is at 0%. So it's those sort of figures that I'm looking at. The dividend allowance, you need to work out what goes out and work out the total fee. Look at the profile of the income and decide what the tax-free amount would be. We done that? No?
Finance 570 from the original, but the savings is 1,000 and then the dividends is 2,000 because it's the nil rate.
2,000?
I
Isn't
believe.
it 5?
For
500.
2020, yeah.
Oh, 2023.
Yeah, it's a different tax.
Yeah, 500 now. Oh god, I need the tax here, but
Sorry, you just
no,
Talk
it's
about
500 dividend. The tax-free dividends is 500. Thank you.
It's currently 500.
currently.
Yeah,
Now it's not there.
Thank you.
Back then it was higher.
That's 2022.
It actually is on no. had to Google it because I couldn't find it.
Yeah. My person, why is he giving us a tax info?
I could have updated it to make it
Stay the same.
right for this
Why he didn't?
He was like, plus,
Excuse you.
but no, it is 2000. I had to Google it.
This is like half this stuff confusing. Excuse me, sir. Why are you doing 22? Like the year's already over.
It was last year.
Or dividends from
This was
anyone
last year.
Oh.
but dividends
Oh,
from
wait, never mind.
investment
Never mind.
trusts,
My bad.
specific-
So most of the rules like need to be updated.
That's exceptional.
No, it's never been government.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know what's happened. It's just
Did you bid her?
hey.
What question is that?
It's from question
Other way around.
Question 3. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so tired. I already have a couple of coffees.
How do I get this question?
What is it?
You know, next time just get the new call from
I'm not that sure.
Morrison. They said come across
Good or bad?
it's 1599. Costa. Yeah. It's still 399.
I changed this in the last class.
I think this.
Yeah, but because it goes back to 22, 23. You see, this question here, the tax-free amounts is made up of the personal allowance. It would be a 0%. It's starting. Have you seen the income profile?
Yeah, the answer is A. Such a please answer.
Hi, Abu, just listen to me for a little bit. Have you seen this question? Dividends received, bank interest. There's no non-savings income. There's no non-savings income. If there's no non-savings income, it means that the starting rate will apply when you are taxing savings. And how much is the starting rate?
5,000.
5,000, yes. So in any question, you look at the income profile. If non-savings income is 0 or less than 5,000, then you know that the starting rate will apply.
Oh,
If you do your computation, total non-savings, savings and dividends, and the total for the non-savings column is below 5,000, then you know that the starting rate will apply when taxing savings. Ratio, so if the non-savings column is 0, it means that when you are taxing savings, up to 5,000 will be at 0%. The idea is that the government looked at this to advantage people that are retired and most of their income is through savings. They don't have any earnings, probably they've got a pension, a modest pension, and that's covered by the personal allowance. So the taxable income in terms of non-savings is 0. So most of their income is coming from savings income, so they want more of their savings income will be taxed at 0%. That's why they introduced this particular allowance, the starting rate. Up to 5,000 is at 0% of savings income. So in any question, if you're doing it, you see that non-savings income total is less than 5,000. You know that when you are taxing savings, you're going to say the starting rate will apply, and the starting rate will be 5,000 minus whatever is left in the non-savings column. If the non-savings column has got £2,000, so you say 5,000 minus 2, so 3,000 of savings income will be at 0%. No, you don't seem to.
I'm saving some stuff.
Yeah?
Saving.
I'm so tired.
So whenever you get a question like this, simply do this. You say, right, that's the income, less 100,000. What's the excess? Is 22,400. So right, the personal allowance reduces by £2 for every pound above 100,000 pounds. So have you seen from 2,000 divided by 2. That's the amount by which the personal allowance reduces. Hi, Michaela, am I confusing you?
She's the wrong question.
We're talking about question
We're talking about question 7 now. You're going back to question 6. Don't you need a cup of coffee?
I do.
I need a break.
I need a break.
Yeah, actually,
I
it's
need
a
a
break
break.
time.
I need a break.
It's break time
Okay,
now.
okay. I was supposed to be talking about the allowances.
Just do this the same thing every day, so you just got bored.
All right, okay. No, what I remember that probably I didn't bring out the points that I was trying to raise when I was talking about that question.
7. How do
Yes.
you get the answer 20,570? You need that. Personal and state rates.
Yeah, I could have given you the full amount if you put 2,000. Because this an odd paper, so the dividend allowance right now is just 500.
So I was right.
Eh?
I was right.
You are right. Yes, you're right. You're right.
So why did you put?
So I've just changed it just in case because there are some people that are using 22, 23. There's some
So I will
people.
stick to the question. It's not what people are using. The question says 22, 23.
Okay.
So that's
You
what
should never ask.
people are confused. I thought it was wrong.
You have to be aggressive as well.
You've got a tax table.
Yeah.
You've got a tax table which is spot on. It will tell you what
But
You have to
Dividends.
be a top one.
dividend allowance 500. So currently it's 500. At one time it was 2,000.
I'm not endorsing
You're so funny.
But you work
Actually,
out from the tax table. Yeah. Probably, let's have a break. Let's have a break.
them. Huh?
Let's have a break.
so in the exams, George, which one would you be expecting?
I was expecting
Yeah.
the answer consistent with the current tax
You
table.
probably get
Because it's a
it.
past paper so many years back. The logic is the same, but the figures will be using will be best.
Yeah, so I did 22, 20.
Your hips to be.
That's what.
What's confusing is that the academic year is 23, 24, but the tax year is 22, 23. Yes, yes. The academic year is 25, 26, but the tax table, just as the year is 21. See you Friday.
I'm pretty sure dogs.
Huh?
Yeah. Is that a large
You
one?
can even, you could pause.
What's
I think it's something to.
So, if you get a question like this, the best way to approach it is to say, how much has she received from the employer? What mileage did she do, and how much did they pay her? Guys, please, can you just listen to me for a minute? If you get a question like this, you look at how much she's been paid. She's been paid 8,525. And what's the tax-free amount? The tax-free amount is from the tax table. The first 10,000 should have been at 45 pence. Anything after that should have been 25 pence. If you add these two together, you should find 5806. So she was overpaid. She was paid in excess of the tax-free amounts. So that amount will be tax-free. Yeah. Okay, let's have a 10-minute break.
Yes, please.
Yeah, it's a 10-minute.
George? Okay.
Are we in break?
Yeah.
The total income is more than 100,000. You need to remember this, that if the personal allowance cannot be 12,570. If it's above 100,000, the personal allowance needs to be reduced. Yeah. Not zero.
You have to do the work now.
Yeah. If it's a 125, 140 or above, then you know personal allowance is zero. You don't need to do any calculations. Just say above 125, 140, personal allowance is zero. You get 4 months. Make a statement to that effect. Yeah. Yeah. So to answer that, I simply said these are the allowances: 2570 starting rate, personal savings allowance, dividend allowance. Question number 8.
It's false. We already answered that.
Who has answered this? Yes. Did we answer this?
9? Not yet.
9? I think I
Oh,
thought
we
that
did,
is.
yeah.
We've done 9.
But can you explain again?
Okay, we can do yes. Yeah. If you get a question like this, that's the mileage somebody has got, and each employer is different. The employer, in this case, are paying 56 pence per each mile. Some employers pay £50, 50 pence. Some employers 60 pence. So, work that one out first. How much have they paid? And then this is a tax-free amount. 10,000. The first 10,000 should be at 45 pence. Anything above this should be 25 pence. So you add these two together, it comes to 5806.
Oh.
So she's been paid more than the tax-free amount. So she's taxable on 2719. She'll treat this as part of her income from employment of 2719. Okay?
Yeah.
What about number 10? Benefits in kind?
I chose D.
You chose D?
Yeah.
You sure about this?
Yeah.
One. Why did you choose it?
Because it's not like for salaries and stuff.
Okay. Abu, what did you select for this one?
I didn't get to that one.
And?
Number 10, right?
Yes, it is number 10. Quickly.
B, I believe.
All right. I believe
Yes.
they're telling.
Very reassuring. I believe.
It is there. It is there. It is there. Yeah. Right. Number 11 is quite good. It's a good question. Worth a few marks. You need to know this formula when it comes to list premium. You know what a list premium is?
What is that?
What's a list premium?
Is it leasing and property?
Eh? So you want to rent a building for a number of years, and so during that period you've got full access to that property. It's almost like yours, and in return, the landlord wants you to pay what they call a lease premium. And in addition to that, you'll be paying monthly rentals. But the lease premium will pay, once at the beginning of the lease. They say, yes, for us to give you complete freedom of this property for the next 10 years, you need to pay a lease premium. And the lease premium is taxable. Part of it is taxable, some of it is exempt. And this is a formula that you need to remember in terms of the lease premium. The lease period minus 1 times 2%. So in this case, the lease premium is 25 years, so say 25 minus 1 times 2% times the amount that the lease premium is for. That amount, 23,000, 11,040 is exempt from tax. The balance is chargeable, is taxable. So this amount is taxable, and the tenant who has paid that lease premium is allowed, when they prepare their own accounts, they're allowed to claim some of that amount in their accounts as an expense. But that they cannot claim this full amount at once. They can only claim it over the period of the lease. So say 11,690, the amount that's taxable on the landlord is the amount that that the deduction is based on. So say 11,960 over 25 years So you can claim 478 every year for the next 25 years. Okay, is this clear? So this just applies to a lease premium. And the formula is always the same. The lease period minus 1 times 2% is exempt. The balance is taxable.
Why minus one? What's that about?
Indeed. In the architects of this whole thing, that's the formula they came up with, and that's the formula that we've used for a number of years. There's no, I can't sit down here and say this is the logic behind it, because I don't think there's any logic. Yeah. Okay, so the next bit is says work out his total income from property. So for this tax year, income from property, the rent received every month he receives 1,100, and the rent for the last month was not received until after the tax year. So only 11 months. For rental income, we always look at the amounts received in the tax year. Anything received after the tax year will be accounted for in the next tax period. So we say rent received 1,100 times 11. You don't seem happy? Hello? You don't look happy? Eh? Have you got a question? Oh, 11, okay. From the question. From the question, they'll tell us how much they need to pay per month. Yeah. And I've just seen, it said the rent due on the 1st of April was not received until 8th of April. So the tax year ends on the 5th of April. So it was received after the tax year. So that's why we say that this one was received after the tax year. So only 11 lots of 1,100 were received during the tax year. That's why I've said 11 times 11. 1,100 times 11. Yeah.
Judge, is it always 25%?
Doing what?
What meant 25%? No, this 25 is not a percentage. It's a number of years of the lease. So you look.
Always 25.
No, it's not. You can go, the landlord will say, I'm quite prepared to give you a lease for 20 years.
Okay.
Others will say 10 years. Yeah, it's whatever you agree with the landlord. So whatever period, minus 1 times 2 will be the exempt bid.
So if it was 1 year lease, minus one, that's not.
There's no, there's effectively no premium.
Without it.
Amazing. I've never come across that comment before.
Think about it, you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. So the rest of that, rent received, expenses allowable. They give us in the question. Then you said taxable lease premium we've just worked out is 1,160.
How did you get 3,220? I didn't get that far. No, honestly, I didn't get it. Right? Where did you get that from? Oh, am I not reading something?
Sami, how did you get this? All right. Yeah.
Minus what?
Have you seen this? Less allowable expenses.
Oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, 6 marks. It should be 10 marker.
Yeah, that's a good point actually, because you need to make sure that you're not stuck on one question. There's some very simple questions in the whole test, so don't get stuck on one question. If you're struggling with one question, move on to the next one. If you put time at the end, you can go back. Don't get stuck on one question. At the end of the day, this was just with 4 marks. The other simpler questions that you can do in the time that you're sitting down just thinking about this. Yeah.
Ollie, we haven't finished. I'm still writing.
Yeah. So that's a big question, bigger question. But don't be intimidated by these questions. Have you seen this? Hello, guys.
Yes.
Have you seen this? Laura has got the following incomes. You've got income from property. What are we asked to do here?
Laura's taxable
We were
income.
asked to find.
Okay, required, what is Laura's taxable income? And then what's her income tax liability?
So what's the difference?
You know the difference?
The taxable income is when we put them in column, we calculate the total amount. And then the income tax liability is when we apply the percentages to find out how much is paid.
Yes.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
easy.
So, have you seen, this said, with 12 marks. These are very easy marks. You know? You look at the question, what income is got income from property? 3,000, bank interest, again, interest, and dividends. What strikes you straight away from looking at that?
The table.
Yes, in terms of looking at the table,
Yeah.
what strikes you? Non-savings, savings, dividends?
Dividends.
Yes,
Total.
yes. But have you seen the only non-savings income in the question?
Is 3,000.
3,000. So you know that when it comes to working out the income tax liability, what will apply?
Minus 3,000.
No,
The 5,000 savings income.
non-savings. Non-savings, so the starting rate will apply.
5,000.
No. It will be. It may be 5,000. It may be 1,000 because this will be taken up by the personal allowance.
Yeah.
Yes. So you're right. Yes. Yeah.
You just want to confuse us, Judge.
Confused? Yeah. I wouldn't even dream of that. Yeah. So these figures are straightforward. So this will go non-savings. Agree?
Yeah.
Bank interest,
Savings,
building society interest,
savings,
interest on individual savings account.
savings.
It's
not
savings.
Oh, no, exempt.
Exempt.
I hate that word.
ISA.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, exempt.
Other interest,
Other interest.
other interest.
Non-saving income, saving income, I don't know. It's just interest.
And
You have to
gross
taxable.
What's your name?
Dista.
Dista, yes.
Nine.
What do you think?
You have to edit out.
Well, it said net, so
Eh?
it's not
Gross
taxable.
it up. No.
When you do what?
So we have to change in gross income and then adding up with the risk I don't know.
So you need to add the 20% back because it said net.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as you see net, it means that tax at the basic rate has been deducted.
Yeah.
Okay.
20%.
So we need to gross it up. How do we gross it up?
Times 1.25.
Eh?
Times 1.25. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can do 80 divided by
Yeah.
100 divided by 80 is 1.25. So just multiply by 1.25. I take that as a compliment.
I never planned to do that.
Yes, another way of saying what you said is simply multiply this by 10 divided by 8. Yeah, and it will come to the same exact same.
Times 1.25 easy.
How do you do it your way?
So I think it's perfect.
100 over 80,
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'll give you a
and give the same answer.
Yeah, but that's a lot goes in the savings, right? That goes in the savings.
Then I'm just gonna be
Yeah.
constantly anxious.
I know.
At least I wouldn't.
Okay,
I just don't
so-
care.
The marks here are very generous. Have you seen?
What do you think?
So income from property,
To be anxious.
building society, and bank interest, I've just added them together, 16,000.
How much is it?
ISA, put it in there so that you make sure that they see what you've done, so you can give it credit.
So this will be 1 mark. Just
One
write
mark,
an
yes.
answer.
Other interests,
That would be too
other
much.
interests, I've seen, I've grossed it up.
Yeah.
I should have shown some workings here. Sometimes it's a good idea to show the workings, 10 over 8, because if this figure is wrong, but here, it was correct, you won't get 0, I'll give you at least a half amount. Yeah, even in the exam.
Very generous.
Well, I know.
Wow.
Dividends, 16. So have you seen, so in terms, so we total up the columns, and have you seen 38, and then 3,000. This column here is less than 5,000,
Which column?
the non-savings column.
Yeah.
As soon as we see that, we know that the starting rate,
2,000
when
left.
we're taxing this, will apply.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, the non-savings column is 0, so the non-savings income is 0. So when it comes to savings, we say 5,000 at 0%. Entitled to is a designated taxpayer, so it's also entitled to a personal savings allowance of £1,000. And then the balance at 20%.
So the PA was applied to the non-savings income.
Everything is, the total is 12,570.
Yeah.
But here there's only 3,000,
Yeah.
so we can only claim 3,000. The
Yeah.
balance, we take it there.
Okay. So because the non-savings income is 0, that's why we start from 5,000.
Yes, but yes. If this was 2,000, then not,
500.
it would have been 5,000 minus 2,000,
Yeah.
3,000.
George, why isn't it 2,000 over there instead?
Where?
Starting rate. Because 3,000 is used, right?
Right. If the non-savings column
Uh-huh.
is 0, then this person is entitled to a starting rate of 5,000. If this had 2,000, the starting rate would have been reduced.
3,000. Oh, right,
By
right, right,
2,000.
right.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see the personal allowance got used. Yeah.
Yeah. So look out in this column.
Right.
If it's below 5,000, you know that when you are taxing savings, the starting rate will apply. The difference between 5,000 and whatever is in this column.
Because it's on the first 5,000 of taxable income, right?
Say it again.
The starting rate applies on the first 5,000 of taxable income.
Oh, savings income.
Is it taxable or savings income?
Savings. So when we're taxing savings, because the idea is that they're trying to cater for somebody who is probably retired, they've got very little salaries coming in or end income. Most of their income is through savings. So to give them a chance, they give them this starting rate. That if you've got no savings income at all, 5,000 of your savings income will be at 0%. In addition to any other allowances that are
Right.
Personal allowance.
Yes, after the personal allowance, yes.
So that's very generous.
It is very generous. It is very generous. Yeah. Yeah.
This will be uploaded here because I haven't
Yeah, I will upload it, yes. I'll upload
in
it.
the right place.
Yeah. So once you've got that, you can work out the tax quite easily. I'll put it here, the dividend allowance has since reduced, as you know. It was only 500 now, but at the time it was much more. Yeah. Okay. Car and fuel benefits. You can be 100% sure that there'll be questions on that topic. So make sure that you're comfortable with answering questions on car and fuel benefits. Yeah. In this particular case, what is looked as car benefit? So we look at the CO2 emissions. The CO2 emissions are 124 grams a kilometer, and we say right. Up to 75 is 20%. The tax table will tell you up to 75 is 20%. So the balance 49, that's what we need to work out. And we always round. Have you seen 49? That's not divisible by 5. So we always round it down to figure divisible by 5. So that's why I've narrowed down to 45. So 45 divided by 5 gives us 9. So we said 9 plus 20, so it's 29% times the price of the car of 28,100. Okay? So we want to work out the percentage relevant to this car. The cost of the car is 28,100. So and the benefit is percentage to 9%. So the taxable benefit is 8,149. If you look at the tax table, have you seen? It goes from 0 to 74.
Yeah.
And 75 is on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we don't have anything after 75. Yeah. So that's why I would say up to 75 is 20. Have you seen? 75 is 20%.
Yeah.
So we're trying to calculate the figure after 75. And even this tells you each additional 5 grams per kilometer, 1% increase. But the logic is this. What's the excess above 75? The excess is 49, so we round this down to 45, divided by 5 is 9. So that's why the percentage is 9 plus 20, 29%. Is this clear? You don't look happy?
Yeah, I'll have to read a little bit into it.
Okay. Because
not you,
Okay.
I've got, because you know the tax code, I'm not familiar with it. But we know.
okay, no, it's so important, guys, that you spend time on the timetable at the tax table because you have this in the exam. So we're not expecting you to have all this information in your head. Use the tax table. So be familiar in terms of where to find the relevant information. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the fuel benefit, the car benefit, and then the fuel benefit. If the employer also pays for your fuel, then there's a taxable fuel benefit. What's the figure for the fuel benefit for 25, 26? No.
Is it 45?
No.
Is that what we just did up there?
It's probably changed 25 to
10,000.
No, look at the tax table.
Sorry, what's your question again? I don't.
Sorry?
What's your question again? I can't hear you.
Well, trying to work out the fuel benefit.
Oh.
Or trying to work out we've worked out the car benefit, but because the employer also pays for the fuel, we need to work out the fuel benefit. If the employer doesn't pay for any private fuel, then it's 0. But if they do, then we need to work out the
amount of 769.
Sorry?
Is it a flat rate?
For the van is 769.
769.
Yeah.
Flat rate.
But this is not a van.
This is just a private use, right? I don't know.
Well, let me tell you one thing. For 2024 and 2025 is 45 pence per mile.
I don't think that's what he's looking
No.
What are you looking for then?
Yes. What are you looking for?
Well, I've looked at the car benefit. The employer has given a company car to an employee, And that's the taxable benefit we've just worked out. But because the employer also pays for fuel, there's a taxable benefit, a fuel taxable benefit.
Don't know now.
You're looking for the benefit figure?
You don't remember this page, the fuel benefit? If you go to the back of the tax table,
Is it, wait, that's-
car fuel benefit,
is it 27,800 thing?
sorry?
Is it the 2,700 and
Yes.
800, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. So if the employer also pays for fuel, then you are also receiving a fuel benefit. And working out that is much easier than the fuel, the car benefit, because you just have one figure. This year it's not 23,500, it's 27,800. It's on the tax table. If you go to the back of the tax table, or 7th page of the tax table, if you have printed it, you find 27,800. So you simply put 27,800 times the same percentage that you've worked out for the car benefit. You use the same percentage for 9.
That's very generous.
It is. It is.
But if it was for van, we just put 7,600 now.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So that's when they pay for the car and the fuel.
And the fuel. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so the fuel benefit is very straightforward. Whatever car, you just apply 27,800. That's the percentage that you worked out for the car benefit. Yeah. So the second part of this is asking us to work out this person's taxable income and then income tax liability. Hello. Have you seen this is quite a comprehensive question?
No.
We have worked out the fuel benefit and the car benefit, but now that they're asking us to work out the taxable income as well as income tax liability. Okay? So don't be frightened at all. You've got the basic figures already. So you simply do, you look at the income. They've got non-savings income, they've got interest, they've got no dividends. So it's just two sets of income, non-savings income and interest, or savings. And you put in the figures. They've told us that they're paying a salary of 68, so 68 non-savings income. We've already worked out car benefit, we've worked out the fuel benefit. Put it in there. And we've got bank interest. You look at the bank interest taxable amount, you find it's 12,000. Goes into interest. So here it's very straightforward. You've got all the information. You don't have to do too much calculation. So it's okay. Those are the totals. That total there is more than 12,570. So simple personal allowance claim. Before we tax it, let's deduct the personal allowance. So the taxable income is that. You get full marks there. So okay, let's tax this. And the first said 7,700. There's no, have you seen, because, guys, can you listen to me? Because this total here is above
50,000.
Above 5,000. The starting rate doesn't apply. So we don't have to worry about starting rates. We're just saying say, up to 7,700 will be at the basic rate. The balance will be at the high rate. And then we'll go to interest. Because it's the high rate taxpayer, personal savings allowance is just 500. The balance at 40%. That's all. So you see, it's quite straightforward. It looks, the question may look quite complicated, but in fact, it's very straightforward. Can you see?
Yeah, into practice now.
Yeah? question number 14, don't get, you look at, oh, this looks complicated, it's not. The key is to get as many points as possible. You don't have to get it 100%.
It's a lot of questions, John. I thought it was TCT.
Yeah.
I guess this next one is the disallow goals. Next one.
You need to speed up. You only have 2 hours and 15 minutes in the test. So you can't sit there and then be thinking about.
What time is the exams? Because if we are all going to be in one room, there's going to be different times.
Is it just our timetable?
No.
Or is it specific date?
Yeah, that's what I was telling that I need to work out because spills over 2 hours. So I'm trying to see whether we can all do it in one. 2 hours and 15 minutes.
2 hours 15.
Yeah.
I thought you were joking.
No. Yeah. It used to be 2 hours 30 minutes actually. Yeah.
It's a lot.
That's for fine.
Have you seen this question? This is very simple question. Look at 3 properties and what have we called rental income received 22,600. So they've told us. So the first line, rental income 22,600. They've given us expenses. Some of them are allowed, some of them are not. That's a key thing. So you look at estate agents' fees, administration fees. Is that allowed or not? Hello, Mohammed, what do you think?
Yes, allowed.
Eh?
What?
What do you think? What estate agents' fees, are they allowed or not?
Yeah, they're allowed.
They're allowed, yes. So so you set it up. So rental income receivable 22,600 less letting agents' fees. What about accountancy fees?
It's
Allowed. You deduct those. Repairs and decorations.
And sister's house, no.
Yeah. So minus 730. Minus 730. You can deduct. Yeah. Council tax.
No.
All relating to Billy's residential home? No. So I'll put this and then put 0. So that whoever's marking, they can make sure they give you credit for identifying that's something. Mortgage interest. What do you think of mortgage interest? That's the only probably difficult bit about here. So probably you can leave that for now. New softwares to replace similar damaged ones.
Allowed.
Yeah, because it's similar to what was damaged, that's allowed. Yeah, so the only public question is this mortgage interest. Everything else is very straightforward. So you can probably get 4 out of 5.
But it says show full workings.
So the mortgage interest, is there like a different working out for it or?
Yeah, because the change a little bit. Oh, have I not provided the answer here?
You haven't done it, George.
Oh, right, okay.
George.
Okay.
So I forgot how it
I thought I did. I've not provided the answer. Mortgage interest used to be able, you could deduct the full amount, but they've changed that in recent years. All properties were acquired on a buy-to-let basis. Normally, just whatever expense times 20%. So it's normally serves as a tax reduction. So you don't include that as an expense. You normally work out the expense, you work out the tax, and then once you work out the tax, you say less tax on mortgage, basic rate tax on the mortgage. Yes. Yeah. So I'll provide the solutions later. Yeah.
But George, it says show full workings. So do we have to do any workings, or we just say allowed and it's allowed and that's it?
Yes, some of them is allowed and allowed. Others is just in brackets. How you varied
The total deducting and adding all from this initial.
Yes. How much time have we got? So can I leave you to do the others? This one, I think this is the last question actually.
17.
Oh no. The others, yeah. But have you seen This one, it looks complicated,
Yeah, very much.
but it's a very generous question. 10 marks worth. Look. Look. No, when I say generous, there is nothing. When you look at the detail of what they're asking, you find that.
What, how do you define generous, George?
Okay.
Because
Giving charity.
you use the word generous, sometimes I think you are abusing of the word. This is not generous.
Okay. Have you seen this question?
No?
Consultancy fees, other incomes, bad debts written off, now recovered, bank interest. Bad debts written off, now recovered, staff salaries, operating expenses. If you look at this, they are very straightforward. So I've said profits per account. I was saying just putting down profits per account, you get 1 mark. Straight from the question. I said remove because you can't work out the trading income. Included in there is non-banking, non-trading income. 7800. Bank interest. Okay. Bad debts written off. That's trading income. So we don't deduct that. But bank interest is not trading income. So that's why in this thing, I said less non-trading income, 2,400. And 1 mark for that. You go to expenses, that's claimed expenses, depreciation, before you look at anything else, depreciation, amortization, you add back. And that's what I've done. So depreciation, add back, and you get a full mark. Their drawings have given us salaries, downward salaries, you add back. Charitable donations, you add back. Entertaining suppliers, you add back. So they're very straightforward. They've given us the figure for capital allowances. It says capital allowances have already been calculated, it's 16,800, and just putting it there, you get 2 marks. Okay? Yeah. So don't be intimidated. Have a look at these questions calmly and do well. On Thursday, on Friday, we'll do some more of this.
Great.
We'll look at the mock test this time. And I'm hoping that you have had a look at it before.